All right, everyone, good evening. Okay, tonight we have a very special performer for you. He has appeared on The Tonight Show, America's Got Talent, Just Let's Make a Deal, frequently on HBO with his best friend Rodney Dangerfield, at the Comedy Store, at the Improv in Hollywood, and was just on the Late Late Show with James Corden, as well as military bases around the world. Please put your hands together and welcome Perry Kurtz.
All right, can everybody see me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
All right, can you see my jacket?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look across the front, but I got a jacket. Somebody told me last week I looked like a baked potato with feet. That was cruel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to my show. My name is Perry Kurtz. I'm going to try and get you guys smiling for a little while. My name is Perry, as in Perry Como, Perry Mason, Perry Winkle. My mother tells me every day she uses a medication called perianal cream. Every day I hear that. And now there's a very famous rock and roll singer by the name of Katy Perry.
Yes.
You heard of her? Well, she's a woman. I am a man. Don't make me prove that. I proved that last week. She said, "Oh, you're Jewish." All right, I didn't make you go there. You went on your own. That's okay. Well, I am a comedian. I've been a comedian since 1974 when I quit my day job. This is all I have ever done for the past 44 years. Just make people laugh to make a living. And then about 10, 11 years ago, I decided, there's a bunch of people that are not coming out to the comedy club. So I thought I would call you guys and try and get you to laugh and make you feel a little bit better. Because the bottom line is you can never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. There it is. What is this old movie where the guy goes, never give up, never give up, never give up the shit. Anybody remember where that's from? Somebody's got to know. I do 100 shows a year. So my name is Perry Kurtz. I'm 67 years old. So I'm not just here to entertain you. I'm also looking for a place to live. My question is, how's the food? Food's good. That's important. I was just over at the Golden Hill Subacute Rehabilitation Center. I said, how's the food? The lady goes, yeah! I just wanted to give up at that point. But I'm glad you guys are here. A little bit about myself. First of all, I am a comedian, and I will be talking with you, not at you. So I'm going to be asking you questions. I don't want you to have to put your hand up or applaud. What I want you to do is make a noise. If your answer is yes, make a noise. Very popular in the Deep South. I want you to go, hee-haw! Yeah, see, women like it because women just like to make noises. So, on the count of three, we'll have a practice. Everybody go ee-haw as hard and as long as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ee-haw. Ooh, she sounds really lethal already. Very good. First question. How many people are seeing me today for the first time? Ee-haw. Okay. How many have never seen me before? I confused a couple people. We'll simplify. How many people are here today? Yeah. How many don't know where you are? How many really don't care at this point? All right, now I know what I'm working with. That's okay. As I said, my name is Perry Kurtz. I'm originally from Philadelphia. Yes. You from Philly? Yes. All right, I got a ride home. What part of Philadelphia?
Lansdale.
Lansdale. All right, I'm from Northeast Philly, the other end.
Okay.
You too? You also from Philly? What part of Philly? Oh, with her. Oh, you guys are attached then. Okay. This is Mom, so she's responsible for you.
Yes.
Basically. All right. Well, my mother's back here in Philadelphia. My mother's 88 years old. She's a little tiny woman. She's about this tall. All her life she's had red hair. And people told her she looked like Debbie Reynolds. And when Debbie Reynolds died, she called me up. She said, "Par, Debbie Reynolds is dead. Now who do I look like?" I said, "Burt Reynolds." She said, "That's good." But I think she has dementia. Anybody here with dementia? Oh yeah? I got it myself. I'm very bad with names, and I get lost a lot. Where I live, I get off the freeway. I live all the way up in Los Angeles, up near Silmar, to the other side of the city. Took 3.5 hours to get here. And so when I get off the freeway, it splits. And one time I got up there and I go, I don't know whether I go left or right. I had to call somebody to give me directions. So I cut out a cardboard white L, and I put it on the left side of my dashboard to say, make a left. A couple nights ago, I pulled up there and I looked at the L and I went, L. I'm lost. But my mother has got it real bad. I called her up about a month ago. "Hi, Mom. Who is this?" "This is Perry." "Harry, I have a son named Perry." "Yeah, Mom, this is your son. This is Perry." "Perry's not here." "No, Mom, this is Perry calling you." "Who's calling me?" "Perry. I told you, Perry's not here." "This is Perry, Mom. I'm calling you." "Perry, Mom, what kind of a name is that?" I said, "Mom, this is your son." "My son's name is Perry and he's not here. Why do you keep calling me?" "Mom, this is your son. I'm calling you. I have a brother named Victor." "You know Victor too?" So I've given up on that. I skip right to, "Did you eat today?" And she says, "Let me look in the sink." And I think that's important because you probably do this. You get up, you get busy, you're doing things all day, and you suddenly your hands are shaking, and you realize, I forgot to eat something. Have some fruit in the room. An apple, a banana, something. But have some fruit every day. Eat something when you first get up, because that food is like gas for a car. If you don't have gas, you run out and things start to fall apart. So try and eat every day, okay? Just a thought. So my mother's back in Philadelphia. I also have a younger brother there. He's married. He's got 2 daughters. They're both married. He's back there. I go back to see her every once in a while. Right now she's in a nursing home. She took a fall, smashed her head, smashed her leg. Now I call up, she doesn't know where she is. "Where am I right now?" "You're in a nursing home." "I am? What am I doing here?" "Well, hopefully you're getting better." "Why would I want to do that?" "Never mind, Mom. How do you feel?" So we skip right over that. As I said, I'm originally from Philadelphia. Back in 1974, I had an experience in Atlantic City. When you grow up in Philadelphia, we would go down the shore. I'm from the period where you had the song, "Under the Boardwalk." Remember that? Yeah. That was me. I got caught under there many, many times and got arrested. But this was before the casino. So we would go down there during the summer to party and meet people. Well, I was in a bar drinking double shots of Southern Comfort. Yeah, you're going, because Southern Comfort is very strong. So I had a sweet tooth. I'm diabetic, and I became diabetic because when I was 10 years old, my mother found me on the floor in the kitchen on my back, drinking the Hershey syrup right out of a can. And I'm still addicted to chocolate. I go crazy for it. Every night, though, I have a piece of dark chocolate before I go to sleep. Dark chocolate is actually good for you. It's a different type of sugar that doesn't raise your glucose levels, and it relaxes you. So I had that every night. But I grew up liking chocolate and liking sweets, so I got into Southern Comfort. So I'm sitting in the bar, drinking double shots, chased with a Coke, no ice. This cowboy trucker comes in, sits down next to me and goes, "Wow, look at you, little man, drinking all that. Think you can handle more, little man?" I give a look like, "Okay, are you buying?" He said, "Sure I am." He bought me 6 more double shots of Southern Comfort. That's 3/4 of a bottle. Now, I'm a little guy, I'm a little under 6 feet tall, and I drank it, and I just turned into liquid mercury and slid off the stool in slow motion until my face hit the floor. I opened my eyes and I got up and I said, "Well, I'm really drunk. It should be easy to meet a woman now." Why do guys think they're sexy? Because they can mumble and drool at the same time. You know what I mean? You walk by and they're leaning against the wall. Hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm sorry, and you just gotta keep going. So I got up, I tried to walk out of the bar and I was stumbling. I did two things that drunks normally do. I fell down on my knees. I hit one knee, hit the other knee, bounced up in slow motion, turned around and watched myself do it. Turned into Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Then as I was walking, I did what you see the drunks do on the street. When they're stumbling, they start to fall and they stabilize themselves against an invisible wall. Looks like this. And it's fine. I went to the dance bar. Everybody's dancing. I'm trying to get women to dance with me. But nobody would talk to me because they couldn't understand me. I couldn't understand it. I was basically going, I went up to the corner, talked to a little girl with her hair teased up, dark hair. In the early 70s, they used to tease their hair up. Remember that? The beehive, like, you know, you have birds living in it and stuff like that. Well, she was just staring at me. Just staring, but she wasn't reacting, but she wasn't waving her finger at me or telling me to get lost. I thought I was doing well. And after a while, I realized I was going nowhere. And it broke my heart. And I wandered out of the bar. I walked across the street and I stood on the end of the dock, looking down at the Atlantic Ocean, watching the waves splash. Crying, nobody wants me. I'm gonna be alone forever. And I stepped off the dock. What I didn't know that 6 feet down, sticking out, was another dock. Landed on it, smashed my head on a metal railing around it. Turned out it was a Coast Guard dock on hydraulics that went up to the side of those giant Coast Guard cutters. Well, I woke up the next day in jail. I got arrested. Didn't even remember it. I had a bump on the side of my head the size of a softball. My friend bailed me and he said, "You were really wrecked last night." I said, "I don't remember much. I remember I was in the corner talking to a little girl with big hair." He goes, "Girl with big hair, you're on your knees talking to a bar stool." So I have not had alcohol since 1974. And I decided I was going to quit my day job. I was an art director at a religious publishing house. I had a bunch of money saved. And I said, I'm going to be a comedian. Because all my life, since I was 10 years old, people said to me, "You're funny. You should be a comedian." So I said, I'm going to do it. So I did it a little bit in Philadelphia. We couldn't really make any money there. So I moved to California, to San Francisco, in 1979. As soon as I got there, I met one of my best friends, a guy named Robin Williams. I'm sure you remember him. Him and I used to do improv together all the time. And then, about, I think it was 1980, I was having dinner at a fancy restaurant down on Broadway, and sits down with me, Bill Cosby. And he bought dinner, $142 for one plate of fancy pasta. But he had the money. And he was alright. I mean, he was a little bossy, a little arrogant to the service people. You know, I know stories about him. I do remember one point I fell asleep during dinner. And I woke up and there was a cigar in my mouth. Well, I think it was a cigar. And then I fell back asleep. And so, yeah, jokes for select people. You two got the joke. The rest are going to get these later on. That's the later timing these jokes. So, sitting with him, I met with him every month and had dinner with him for 4 years. And I met a lot of famous people, if you remember, Dr. Irwin Corey, the crazy scientist, perfectly normal when he wasn't on stage. Another of my best friends, Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, you get no respect. Well, Rodney and I became very close. He used to fly me to New York 4 times a year to work at his club. $2,800 for 4 nights' work. And I was performing maybe 40 minutes a night. Not bad money. And he would tell me, "Don't bring any cash. I'm paying for everything." And I used to hang out with him. And then, I think it was around 83, Milton Berle came in and sat down. And he became like my grandfather. He used to bring me down to LA 3 or 4 times a year to work at the Friars Club. You've heard of that, where they had the big roasts? Well, one time I got up in front of everybody, and I got to do 10 minutes. I got off stage, and I was surrounded by Johnny Carson, Shecky Green, Joey Bishop, what was her name, Toby Fields, and Phil was Diller. And Johnny walks up and says, I like you, kid, you're a lot like me, only very young. I went, well, someday I'll be as old as you are. And he goes, nice try. Well, that was kind of rude. But then I heard it again a few minutes later, because I got tapped on the shoulder. I turn around, there's a little bald guy. He takes my hand and says, kid, I saw your set. And I went, great. He hits my face, he goes, hey, nice try. Don Rickles. I've been insulted by Don Rickles. So while I was down here, I got an audition at the Comedy Store, got in there, and I said, well, I'm working at the Comedy Store, they put my name on the wall, so I moved to Los Angeles. A year after I got here, I met my wife. Now I've been married for 27 years in a row to the same woman consecutively. And when we met online. I'm sure you've heard of computer dating, where you see each other and then you talk to each other. We didn't have that back there. Back in those days, in the early 90s, we didn't have it. All we had were letters, and it was black and white. And the letters were so slow they had to build themselves on the screen while you were watching. So I typed my name and went, boop, 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 boop. That was the P alone. By the time I had finished printing on the screen, my wife made a sandwich, ate it, digested it, and made another sandwich. So we talked online for about 20 minutes, typing with each other. She called me, and we talked for 40 hours over 3 days. And I fell in love with her because she got a southern accent. Anybody from the Deep South? Oh, did I hear an oh yeah back there? Anybody? You ever hear people in the Deep South? They don't talk like we do. They talk slow. They enjoy themselves. They walk slow. They drive slow. They talk slow because they're not in a hurry. And my wife had that. She doesn't just say hello. She goes, hi. How you doing? What's up? And she has a favorite phrase. I'm sure you've heard this. I'm going over yonder. You heard that one? I've looked at 157 maps. There is no place called yonder. I don't know where she went, but she always came back. So in those days, I had a motorcycle, because in San Francisco there's no parking. So I bought a motorcycle and I used that to travel from San Francisco up to Seattle, to Phoenix, and down here to San Diego. I used to do the triangle. But to carry myself, I put a trunk on the back, a box. And on the back of the trunk, in big white letters, it says Perry Cycle. Alright, getting the joke? Perry Cycle. Yeah. People didn't always get it. I would have people pull up next to me in traffic and go, hey, what's a Perry Cycle? It's mine. Your name's Perry? Yes, it is. What, you some sort of comedian? Yes, I am. And they would try to run me over. People don't like being butt of the joke. So we were going out all the time, going to the Comedy Store. She got to meet Richard Pryor, who became a good friend for a while. And Milton was stopping in, Rodney was doing sets, David Letterman was coming down there. And I was working there 7 nights a week. After 6 months, she says, hey, why don't you come to my house? So I drove out to this town called Van Nuys out in the valley. I walk in, there's a guy sitting on the couch, and there's a little baby girl trying to crawl across the floor, and a little boy and girl sitting in the corner playing with blocks. So I asked a logical question, honey, who are these kids? She gets hysterical. Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I got kids. And I'm looking at the 2 doors thinking, how do I get out of here? Well, there's an old saying, don't get involved with somebody that has baggage. My wife owns Samsonite. But I got to know the kids. They were all beautiful, they were attractive, they were smart, they didn't look anything like me, but they did not know their fathers. Now, I don't drink, I've had 1 cigarette in my life, not into drugs. I said, okay, I will be a father. So, one night at dinner, I gave everybody a little gold ring, and I put on their fingers, and I got down beside the table on my knees, and I said, I'd like to ask the 4 of you to marry me. Everybody shook their head, except my son, and said, yeah, whatever, can we just have dinner now? So we got married. Now again, by EHOS, how many people here had a nice wedding? Anybody a fancy wedding? Big EHOS. A couple people, alright. We got married at City Hall, downtown Los Angeles. All gray and black marble. It's not as nice as the bathrooms down the hall here, okay? I walk up to the town, I said, hi, we'd like to get married. And I go, oh yeah, who'd like to get married? I said, no, we'd like to get married. He goes, oh, we marry people all the time. And the kids are like shrinking away. I said, so you get married? He goes, yeah, we marry you. Have a seat, we call you when we're ready. The kids go, this is weird, Dad. 20 minutes later, we hear a voice. Sarah, then hurry. Please come in. It's the same guy. Only now he's wearing a judge's robe and speaking perfect English. The accent had gone out the window while we were waiting. And he starts reading. He gets to, all right, Sarah, you take Perry to be the lawfully wedded husband. She goes, I do. He goes, and Perry, you take these people to be your family. And I looked in and I said, yeah, what the heck, I'm here, right? Which was a bad mistake. Guys, you gotta watch when you do dumb things. Because when you do something stupid, women remember it forever. They never forget. 35 years later, they'll pull out one of the dumb things you did when you're sitting with friends and say, remember when you did? Oh, God. Forget about elephant's memory. Women have less. See, women have a lot more capabilities than men. They can do a lot more things at a time. That's why you women have the babies. Men could never handle that many things at once. We can barely walk and talk at the same time. That's why you have it, you know. We went on the road, we were going to go work across the country, going to work in the deep south and live in South Carolina near my wife's father. Our first stop for our honeymoon was in Barstow. Yeah, I know. We didn't even get to Laughlin. We were in Barstow. And it's a small town. It's basically a loop. One road goes all the way around it. It takes 3 minutes to drive around. Some of the signs says, welcome to, thank you for coming. And there's a lot of inbreeding in Barstow. We've met people who were their own parents. So we kept on driving. Went through Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, down the Panhandle, into Florida, came up, and we wound up settling in South Carolina, right across the street from my wife's father, Jimmy, a good old country boy, 6'8", giant man. Everybody down knew him. So he threw a party for us. He had 150 people out on his back porch, they called out on his property. He had oil drums, and he was making barbecue food for everybody. And then he said, hey everybody, come here. Hey, come around, make a circle. Come here, everybody, gather around. Hey everybody, hey everybody, oh wait, Bobby, put your gun down, Bobby. Don't point it, I see it. Just put it down, no, don't push it with your foot. Just leave it, step away. Hey everybody, I want to thank you for coming out today. My daughter Sarah got married and she just came back to town. This is my new son-in-law, this is Perry. He's a real Jew boy. And everybody in the line goes, and from the back of the line, somebody goes, I never seen one before. Then some really tall guy walks up, he's looking at the top of my head going, oh, geez, man. So what are you looking for? He says, you ain't got no horns. I said, we cut them off in the 1200s, pal. Where have you been? So do we have any Jews here? Any Jews in the room, or am I it? I'm it? That's okay, I'm not really a good Jew. On Easter, my daughter and I ate a pound of bacon. Oh, man. So, we lived there for a while, we traveled the country, we came back out here. Now, one thing I gotta do is all of this jacket school. I got this in 1981 for $21. And it's a one of a kind. I've been to 5 Academy Award parties, thousands of people. I'm the only man that's ever had one. What's really cool about it is women keep coming up and they touch me. Oh, I love your jacket. But it's very warm, so I'm going to, as we say in the business, I'm going to take it off. Now, ladies, don't come rushing up here. Don't come waving the dollar bills around. I'm just taking off the jacket, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Little treat for you there. Yeah, so we came back to California. Now, my wife wanted to have more kids. I did not want to have children because back in the 70s and the late 60s, I was a hippie, had long hair, and I admit I did smoke marijuana. And I had heard that if you do drugs, it affects your chromosomes, and then when you have a baby, it has an extra arm or like a finger growing out of its head. So I didn't want to reproduce. My wife was on birth control. One day she takes me to the bedroom, crosses her arms, and leans back against the door. Now, if you've ever been in a relationship, you know that when your loved one leans back against the door or the wall and they cross their arms, first thing you say is, "What do they do now?" She looks at me and she says, "I'm pregnant." And I looked at her and said, "Any idea who the father is?" Yeah, she didn't find that funny at all. She said, "Don't push your luck, just grow into it." She walked out of the room. And I sat there and I went, "Oh my God, I'm going to be a father. I'm in comedy clubs, I'm out every night, people around me drinking and smoking. I'm going to have a baby. Oh my God." And I just sat there and freaked out. And I watched my wife grow into motherhood. I watched her grow and grow and grow. She gained 110 pounds. When she gave birth, she weighed 243. She was so round that if you pushed her sideways, she would roll back to a standing position. Then 5 weeks before the baby was due, she had horrible cramps. The vein in her head was popping out. Took her to the hospital downtown Los Angeles. Doctor said, "Mr. Kurtz, you've got 20 minutes to get the baby out of your wife, or she's going to die." And I looked at him and said, "Can you give me 30 minutes to think about that?" He goes, "What are you, a comedian?" I'm like, "Well, actually, yes, I am." So he said, "Well, it's going to be a cesarean. Once we get her in there, we got to stabilize. You can come in and watch the operation." So I go in there, and they got her legs hanging from ropes, and the doctor's between her legs. He's got both hands inside her stomach, and he's pulling things out and looking at them and dropping them in like he lost a watch in a drawer. No emotion whatsoever. Meanwhile, he's talking to the nurses about renting cars to go to Las Vegas. "You went to Vegas? National? Oh, they're a ripoff. No, use Enterprise. There's a walk in my wallet. Grab the card." And I said, "Hey, you have any idea what you're doing?" He looks at me and says the old line, "This isn't my first rodeo." I said, "How many times have you done this?" He goes, 3 or 4. I went, "What?" He goes, 3 or 4,000. Ha 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 ha. He takes her out. Now, do we have anybody here with children that you know of? I want you to think back to when you held and looked into the face of your first child. It is the most miraculous thing in the world. It's more beautiful than all the sunsets, all the sunrises, all the roses, more beautiful than $1 million in cash. All right, that one's close. But I'm holding this little baby and the doctor comes over and she's got your ears on. Oh, terrific. Then he says, "Mr. Kurtz, you want to cut the cord?" And I said, "She's plugged in?" He goes, "No, the umbilical cord." I said, "You're going to give me scissors?" So he led me over to a little platform, and I laid her down, and I go to cut the umbilical cord. Now, I thought it was just going to go stiff. I thought it was going to be flexible. No, it's like steel. Every time I would squeeze the scissors, it would squeeze out. So I'm trying to get it cut, and I'm chasing her umbilical cord around her stomach, and they're hysterical. I turn around, there's 25 people in the room. Every nurse, every doctor was in there. They're laughing, they're pointing, they're taking pictures. "We got another one." Finally, the doctor comes over and goes, "We do that to everybody." And he held it like that. I said, "You need to get out more often." So he took her off and named her Belle, because she was beautiful to me. And about 2 weeks after she was home, she was in the bassinet. And I was coming back from the bathroom right here. And I went, "Was that the devil?" You ever hear the devil? He always sounds like that. "I'm the devil, I'm Lucifer." I thought it would be better if the devil sounded like Ethel Merman. "I'm the devil. There's no business like soul business." You know, but it doesn't. So I kept walking out here again. And the smell hit me, and my eyelashes and eyebrows burst in at once. I couldn't get the air back in my body. I fell to the floor. And I crawled into bed and I woke my wife up. "Honey, what's that horrible smell coming out of the baby?" She said, "Oh, that's from the baby food. We give it to him at night and it gets the gases out." I said, "I wish you'd warned me about that." She said, "Well, get used to it." I went, okay, went to sleep. A couple nights later, we're watching TV. We're watching a Disney show, The Little Mermaid or something like that. She says, you know what, I'm going to go watch a cop show. And I thought to myself, well, that's kind of rude. We're watching Disney. You're going to go watch people shoot each other. So I figured I'd get even. So I waited till she was sleeping. And I ate some baby food. I waited about 30 minutes till my stomach was going, I crawled into bed and I woke her up and I said, honey, pull my finger. She pulled my finger and goes, oh my God, what's that horrible smell? I said, baby food. Good night, honey. So now my little baby is 14 years old. She's a dancer. She gets that from me, and she's a great singer. And she's this tall. She's telling me she's taller than me. I go, no, I'm looking down. You go, no, Dad, you're not going to walk. Eventually, see, my wife's father is this tall. My father is this tall. So she's going to be somewhere in between us. But she's beautiful. And I know this because whenever we go out, women always say the same thing. Your daughter's so pretty. Your wife must be stunning. Do I get credit for being there? I was part of that equation. Now we go out and we do karaoke. She loves to sing. And when we go out, women always come up to her and they start talking. And we were out one place and a lady walked up and put her hands on her shoulder. And I felt a little bit nervous because I don't know this lady. So I went and I pulled her away and I put my hands on her shoulder. And the lady goes, and is this your grandpa? So the lady has a fair way to start a conversation. It's my dad. He made me. So she's real good at it. She protects me. And nobody seems to believe that I could possibly have a beautiful child. So I bring a picture of my baby. Isn't that amazing? I made this. This is not a construction set. This took me almost 8 minutes to make this. Alright, 5 minutes. Amazing. She's very attractive, very smart. She's a dancer, and she's 14 years old. She just started high school, so she's in high school. She's driving me crazy. But I love her. She's going to come down, but she's got homecoming. They're having a big dance with it. So she's there. But the bottom line is, I am happy I made it. And I'm glad you guys came out today. It's good to be here at Solstice. Looks like we got a good looking crowd, except for a couple of guys in the back. I love they're looking at each other. You must mean you. But I want to talk to you about life. Life is ongoing as long as you want it to go on. Once you give up, it's a downhill slope. So whatever happens, never give up. Keep on going. And let's face it, folks, getting older is not easy. And we're not old. We're older. I don't even like being called a senior. I think we should be called vintage. Because vintage means you've been knocked down, you've been fixed up, but you have value. Let's face it, baby boomers. We kept this country going for the last 67 years. Now I don't know where it's going. There's a pumpkin in the White House. You know, all you gotta do is, he's already got the smile, just put a little candle coming out of his head. He's ready for Halloween. You know, but you gotta keep going. Our bodies change to remind us we're getting older. Remember when you were young and you were slender and your body went straight down? And to take a shower and wash the soap off, all you had to do was lift your hands up and turn around. Then you hit 40 and gravity starts pulling your parts down. Now to wash the soap off, you have to lift things out of the way. I did that one day. I found a wallet under my stomach with a $50 bill in it. Don't know where it came from. Our hair goes gray. A lot of men lose their hair. I am very fortunate. I have all my hair. A lot of people are very jealous of that. Young people ask me, do you darken your hair? I go, yeah, darken it, and I straighten the gray back into it. I always go, well, you got gray hair. It looks like a helmet. And then they go, can I touch it? Yeah, go ahead. And they pull on it. Yeah, it's real. It's just real hair. I go, why would I get hair that looks so bad as a toupee? You know, a lot of tall guys always tell me I have too much hair. Really tall guys, they look down and go, oh, you got too much hair. And I found out why. Every one of these guys got a little bald spot on the top of their head that nobody under 6 feet tall can see. So when they do that, they say, you have too much hair. I go, why, do you need some for your bald spot? Shut me right up. Our eyes go bad, we gotta get special glasses, we gotta wear bifocals. Bifocals are very annoying if you don't wear them. What, there are two lenses. That's another thing we do all the time. Our next generation is gonna be born with a finger like this, if they don't have big thumbs from texting. Bifocals top lens is so you can see distance. The bottom lens is so you can read. It magnifies things, it makes them bigger, but it also makes them look closer. And when I first got them, I couldn't judge where things were. It's one thing when you trip coming down the stairs, but you look really stupid when you're going up the stairs like this. We have to get special shoes. I've got neuropathy because I got diabetes. Because of diabetes, I got arthritis really bad in my left hip. I had my hip replaced. Any hip replacements? Where are the hip replacements at? Couple of them? Alright, anybody over here? Yeah, alright. Well, let's face it, when that happens, it's the worst thing in the world. It's a horrible pain. And I had a bone spur. I had a 1/4 inch lump in there, so when I would walk, it would go. I went to the doctor. He said, alright, we're going to replace your hip, so you're going to be off your feet for a couple of days. I said, alright. And then, just before the operation, I had the strangest nightmare. I dreamt that I was on the operating table, and I heard the doctor say, nurse, I think I cut too deep. And she goes, why do you think that, doctor? He goes, because I scratched the table. That was just a nightmare, but it scared me enough that I put off the operation for 2 years. I survived by taking medication. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Vicodin. I was taking 10 to 20 pills a day, and it barely took the pain away. I couldn't feel anything from my neck down. I didn't know if I was going to the bathroom or not. One time I was leaving the improv and I was saying goodbye to Bud Freeman, the owner, and said, hey Bud, thanks for having me on the show, but I really got to go because you already did. Then about a year and a half later, something changed inside of me. Something disconnected. And now I have to dress differently. Now I have to wear plastic pants. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's great. It's a relief. Because when you're wearing it, doesn't matter what you're doing. If you gotta go, you wait. You just go and go on with your life. So it's actually very beneficial. So I've done that. Once through that, I had my head replaced. But before I had it replaced, when it was still crunching, I was on like that. I was at the comedy store, and there was a new guy in town named Louie from New York. And his hair greased back. His hair, but he used to wear black hair. Yeah, my name's Louie. I'm the tough guy. Yeah. Anyway, hey, Louie thinks he's tough. I said, really? Let's see how tough. Hey, Louie, come here. He goes, yeah, what do you want? I said, you a tough guy? He goes, yeah, I'm tough. I said, really? Put your hand on my hip. He goes, why? I said, just put it there. He goes, okay, puts his hand on it. That's my leg up. He goes, he went running out of the room crying. Mr. Tough Guy. So I'm still trying to get along, and you should too. Never give up, you know? Eat like they said, try to eat once in a while, try to keep going, and never ever give up. Now, most of you are still awake. Almost everybody, anybody still sleeping? Because I've had shows where people drift off. Really, I had one guy sitting in the back of the room just and then he wakes up and spins his chair around. So now it's bouncing with the wall. I don't know where the snoring's coming from. You know. At one show I walked in, a bunch of people saw me, they turned up their hearing aids, then they heard me and they turned them back down. I never know. But you gotta enjoy yourself and focus on the good things. You all had successes. And remind yourself of the successes. The biggest success is that you were born and you're still here. And one of the ways to celebrate is remember your birthday. Do we have anybody with a birthday in the last couple of months or coming up the next couple of months? Any birthdays out there? One there? And these two here? Alright, there's two. I'll try and get there. You were the first one. What is your name, sir?
Matt.
Matt?
Yes.
And where are you from, Matt?
Here, San Diego.
In San Diego? Alright. And how old are you?
73.
73, very good. When's your actual birthday?
12/20/44.
No, but the birthday, what month and date?
December.
December, so it's coming up. The 20th, wow, right before Christmas. Do you ever get confused around the holidays, tell people you should give me the presents? Right, have you ever been married? Were you married?
No.
No, you're single?
Yes.
Lady, we got a bachelor. And look at all that energy, Because I noticed a lot of men in the senior homes look pretty exhausted. You know, one guy sitting in the back of the room, I said, so how's everybody doing? Who am I? What? I'm going to sleep. Right now. So congratulations, happy birthday to you. Now over here, you're the closest. We'll start with you, sir. What's your name?
Bob,
Bob, and where are you from? Originally.
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Wow, it's a good state. I've been up there a couple times. Beautiful. Beautiful up there. And when's your actual birthday?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. That's amazing. I've never had a New Year's Eve baby. That's great. That must have been a hell of a party.
Sure was.
New Year's Eve was drinking. Oh, we had a baby? I'll have another couple drinks. Congratulations. And how old are you?
I'll be 87.
87. See how he got that out? He was proud of that. Always be proud of your birthday. Women tend to not answer. I've had women say, how old are you? They go, old enough to know better. Better than what? What does that mean, old enough to know better? Well, you had your birthday. Stop having them. But be proud of your age. Whatever it is, say it loudly. That's great. And you know this lady said next to you?
That's my bride of 67 years.
67 years. Let's give them a round of applause for putting up with each other for 67 years. And you have a birthday too? When's your birthday? September. All right. And what's the actual date? 19. And how old did you become? 86. So a year between you. Great. I think it's great. You know, I sort of figure you guys are married because you're sitting next to each other but you don't touch anymore. Yeah, after you've been with somebody long enough, like, just sit over there, okay? I'm trying to enjoy the show. Order your own damn food, whatever you want. That's great. Well, happy birthday to you. Now, we got back there somebody, a couple birthdays? Somebody towards the back, raise your hand. Right there, you ma'am, what's your name? What is it? Okay, so can't hear you. Ella? All right, and where are you from originally? Minnesota. All right, that's up north too. Minnesota. They talk like it. Minnesota. I don't know whether you're going to have Minnesota. That's great. And when's your actual birthday? When? September 16th. You know her birthday is in September. All right, and how old did you become? 85. So you're all younger than my mom. I wish she was as active as you guys. That's great. Well, happy birthday to you. Always celebrate your birthday. When it comes up, throw a party. You know why? Because you made it. How many of you didn't think you would get past 30? Or get past 40? Or 50? Or 60? Or 70? No, you got some time. Don't rush it. You'll get there eventually, and then you'll have a seat in the first row too. But keep on going. I had a lady, 105, come up to me after the show, and she was a giant. And she walked up to me like John Wayne, sideways like this. Just like he did. And she grabs me around the head. She goes, honey, I think you're hysterical. I love your comedy. By the way, my husband's not doing really good. Why don't you come back and see me in 6 months? Then she grabs my face, turns my head towards her, leans over, and kisses me really hard on the lips for 3 seconds. And I know because I heard myself go, 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, and she pulled away and goes, you're a sweetheart. I could love you. I went, that's what I'm afraid of. And she said, you come back, I'll make you cookies. I went, okay. I'm never going back. But that's it. She's 105. She's still looking for love. So enjoy your life. Enjoy what you can do and stay active. The last thing you should be doing is sitting in your room and staring at the TV. Remember back in your old days, it was called the boob tube?
Yep.
They said if you watch the TV, you'll grow up to be stupid. Obviously, I watched way too much television. And you remember the first televisions? Back in the early 50s? The little tiny screen about this big, the size of your fist. You open the doors, and there's this raised frame around the screen, and it was in black and white, and who's on there? Uncle Milty, Milton Berle. And then eventually, 1968, color came around. Things have changed. Remember when we couldn't lose our phones because they were attached to the wall? You ever seen a millennial drop their phone? These young kids, they can't even walk down the street. They walk like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I saw a kid walk across the street, walk into a moving car, bounced over the hood, didn't even stop, came down the street and just kept walking. Then I saw a kid maybe 15, 16 years old in the mall drop his cell phone and it shattered. And he just laid there on the ground and cried, "My phone's broken." And they had to pick him up and carry him out. Kids these days don't even talk to each other. All they do is text. The next generation is going to have giant phones. And teachers will tell you, children do not communicate that well anymore. Because they're all texting. PRV, LOL, ROFLO, all these letters for things. They can't speak properly. I passed a Panda Express. There was 12 millennials, as they're called, sitting at a round table, and they're all texting, elbow to elbow. Nobody's talking. All of a sudden, one goes, "Oh, this is funny. Oh, that's great." He goes, "Hey, Bob, look at your phone." And he sends it over to him. He goes, "Oh, that's great. Oh, that's a joke." And he sends it to me. Deborah, look at your phone." And she looks at me. And she sends it to somebody else. She says, and they pass it around the table. One joke, 3.5 minutes for a 10-second joke. They couldn't talk to each other. Remember the old days when we had party lines? Pick up the phone. "Hello? Excuse me, hi. This is party at 10:40. When you're done, can you bang on the wall?" That's how we communicated. I guess I got a couple jokes for you. Woman runs into the house. Honey, there's water in the carburetor." He goes, "There's no water in the carburetor." She goes, "There's water in the carburetor." He goes, "There's no water in the carburetor." She goes, "There's water in the carburetor." He goes, "How can there be water in the carburetor? Where's the car?" She goes, "In the pool." 95-year-old guy walks up to a woman in a store and says, "Hi, do I come in here often?" Another man walks up to a young lady in the store and says, "Hi, can I talk to you for a couple minutes?" She says, "Sure, why?" He goes, "Well, I don't know where my wife is, and whenever I talk to a young woman, she appears out of nowhere." Couple comes out of the restaurant. The gentleman sees a wishing well, he throws a quarter and makes a wish. The wife throws a quarter and she falls in and drowns. The husband goes, "Wow, it worked." Milton told me this joke. You know why men die before their wives? Because they want to. She's sitting right there. He's going, "That's right." She's in earshot, be careful. Couples driving along, they get pulled over, the cop knocks on the window. "Sir, could you put the window down?" He puts the window down. The cop says, "You know why I pulled you over?" The guy looks and goes, "Because you're a jerk." Cop says, Bad start, sir. I pulled you over because you're doing 65 and a 35. The guy goes, "I was not." And the wife says, "Yes, he was. He was doing 70 before that." The man turns to his wife, "Will you stay out of this?" She goes, "Shut up." He goes, "You shut up. He was doing 80 when we got on the freeway." And they start yelling, "Shut up, you shut up, you shut up, shut up." The cop says, "You guys always argue like this?" She goes, "Only when he's drunk." 87-year-old Sadie walks into a bar with a parakeet on her shoulder. Bartender says, "Sadie, why do you have a parakeet on your shoulder?" She goes, "Well, I'm a little bit lonely, and any man who can tell me what the parakeet weighs can take me home." So bartender says, "Hey everybody, Sadie's a little lonely tonight. If you can tell what the parakeet weighs, you get to take her home." One guy walks in and goes, All right, Sandy, let me guess. 10 pounds? Billy goes, close enough, let's go. Guy sitting in the bar crying, his friend walks up and says, why are you crying? He says, I had a big fight with my wife. She said she would not let me for 30 days. His friend says, so why are you crying? He says, the 30 days is over. Try to laugh whenever you can. That is important. You know, sometimes I talk to people, like I look at a couple, like I knew you guys were together. They've actually gotten a little closer. He's leaning in towards her. She's checking to see who I'm talking about. Oh, really? He's getting close. Any other married couples here? Anybody else married? You guys married back here? Yeah? You too? Alright. And she's just a slide along? She's married to him, and he keeps touching your dog. Okay, there's something going on that I'm not gonna. And you guys, you're married? How long have you been married?
Go ahead, answer.
You better answer. 49, 39, that's not bad. I had a couple sitting in the front row, and she had her hand on the inside of his leg. And I said, wow, are you guys together? She goes, whatever. I said, how long have you've been married? She says, 4 years. I said, well, that's great. How long did you know each other? She goes, 54 years. I said, so you knew each other for 50 years, and then you got married. What made you rush into this? Of course, she looks over at him first, and she goes, we were waiting for our spouses to die. I had one couple sitting in the back of the room, they were making out, they were kissing the whole time. I go, look at you guys, you in love? He says, yeah. I said, how long have you been married? He says, 76 years. I said, how old are you? He says, I'm 96 and she's 96. We have the same birthday. I said, that's great. When did you meet? 3rd grade, we've never been apart. I go, so you lasted 76 years? That's amazing. What do you think is the magic that has kept you two together all this time? He looks and goes, oh, we stopped talking to each other about 20 years ago. But the last thing you should do is stop talking. When you talk, your brain is active. When you see somebody in the hallway, say, hi, how are you? Keep your brain going. Keep it active. And get around once in a while. Even if it's a struggle, move a little bit. Another thing that's good for your brain is to play games. Anybody play bingo here? Yeah. Anybody win at bingo? Couple people, wow. Anybody win over $5? Yeah, where? You want back there? 500? Hi, you do anything later? Oh, alright. 500? Wow. That's an amazing bingo game. What it costs? 100 just to sit down? Ooh, 500. Most people, I say $5, they go, no, I want $1.50 once. I want $3.78. You know, you win your pennies. But that's a good game for your brain. Because number one, you have to hear what they say. So you have to turn up your hearing aid. Number two, you have to fix your glasses so you can see where the numbers are on the board. And number two, you have to try and get the chip down on the board without it shaking and knocking everything off. I developed a spasm. Belle and I were out having dinner. And I'm left-handed, so I hold the microphone. But when I hold something light, my hand shakes. So we're having dinner, have macaroni and cheese, my hand goes, and the macaroni and cheese flies off of the fork in slow motion, hits the wall, and slides all the way down to the ground. You know what it's like to be kicked out of a Denny's restaurant? Very, very embarrassing. But we go there a lot. She loves French toast. Another thing you can do is, again, talk to each other. If somebody's sitting in the hallway and they don't look happy, just walk up and say, you okay? Anything you want to talk about? You could save a life. So be caring and care about each other. Remember when you moved in here, you didn't know anybody. Now you're like one big family that can barely stand each other. But talk to each other. And one thing that's really good for you and your lungs and your brain is to sing. So we're going to do some sing-alongs. First of all we're going to do is called When the Saints Go Marching In. Now it's a two-parter. It's basically the same line over and over. So I'll do the first line, you come in on the second part. Ready? Oh, when the saints go marching in. Everybody. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Do, 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 do. really good. You know, let's get a bus and go on tour. And we'll call it the Geezer Tour. The kids won't know what it is, they won't show up, and they won't annoy us. Alright, let's try another one. Goes back to childhood. Row, row, row.
Your boat.
Exactly. Same thing, starting second part. Here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Keep going. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Amazing. I actually heard some harmony coming from back there. That's great. Sing whenever you can. You know, the old saying, whistle while you work, sing whenever you can. It's good for your lungs. And when you sing, your lungs pump and it gets air into your body and you breathe. You know, and again, try to eat something every day. Something I eat every day is dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Anybody eat dark chocolate? It's actually good for you. Yep. It's a different type of sugar that doesn't raise your sugar levels, and it releases the oxycodone in your brain that release stress and pain. Very similar to sex. But I'm not suggesting that right now. Not during my show. It happens though. No, I'm very upset. I was watching them in the back room, all of a sudden they both disappeared. They were on the floor. Like, oh my God! So we just moved everything around and we put up a wall. It was okay. Alright, let's do something a little bit different now. As you heard, I was on the James Corden show, the Late Late Show with James Corden, and that was in February. And I used this device. This is called a keytar. Because it's a combination of a guitar and a keyboard. What's great about it, it's got everything built right in. And I picked this up in a Ralph's Market over the freezer section. Have you ever looked over the freezer? There are things there that you didn't know existed. That's where they put the weird stuff. I saw an 11-slice toaster. Not 10, not 12, 2 slots of 5, and then one at the top like you guys, put an extra for a friend. So I sold this, it was $21, and I bought it, and I've had it for 25 years. What's great about it, you turn on, you hit a button, and you're playing rhythm and blues. Zippity doo dah. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My oh my Lord, what do you say? Plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. You guys are great. Like a quality section here. So much talent. Alright, now we're going to do my favorite thing. I like to create. I don't write jokes. I just get up and I talk about my life and it turns into material. So what
what I'm gonna do and you're gonna do, we're all gonna sing a song called Louie, Louie. Now, if you remember the song, nobody remembers the actual lyrics. You couldn't understand them, right? You understood Louie, Louie, oh baby, we gotta go now. But the rest of the song was basically, and the guys were on the radio about 6 years ago, they were interviewed, and they said, nobody knows what the lyrics are. And they said, we don't know what they are either. We were really drunk when we recorded it. Multi-million-dollar seller. So what I'm going to do, you're going to sing Louie, Louie, oh baby, we got to go now. The rest of the song, I'm just going to make up as I'm going. So here we go. Yeah. Now look at the front row. They're sitting there moving their feet. People in the back are sitting there going, where's the kitchen? We should eat. It's all time for dinner. Hey, you'll eat real soon. I'm looking at you people and you're part of the tune. Look at her, she's got her legs going. She's ready to dance. Hey, you know what? Take a chance. You're sitting right there. Can you go like this? Alright, here, let us stand over here first. What do you want to be? She's keeping the beat, she's right. Well, now she is playing tambourine. She's doing triple and quarter shot. She's over here, she's showing the rhythm she's got. It's time for you to sing. Let me hear you sing it now. Come on, everybody. Sing it out now. Do it, do I? Oh, baby. We gotta go now. I said, do it, do I? Oh, baby, we gotta go now. Wow, you guys are doing good. You sang on time. You even made the chorus come out really fine. But I want to thank one lady who got me here today. That's Emily, she's still there. She's going, why am I here on a Saturday? Give her a round of applause. Oh, what a sweetie. She was even nice when she had to meet me. Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I said, Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. Alright, now I'm gonna do my big ending. This is what I did on the comp show. Also, the thing I call karaoke. Remember, I'm a trained professional. Do not try this. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3. You're all that. Oh, it looks like, oh wait, now I sound like Daffy Duck. Alright, let's try it one more time. Are you ready? Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I said, Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. Well, that is for me. I want to thank you for coming down. Please take care of yourself, and remember, no matter what happens, it's not over until the fat lady squats. That's a bad image. I'm sorry. Just keep going. Never give up. Never give up. You guys be great. My name's Kurtz. Take care, and I hope to see you all soon. Show's over. Safe to go back to your room.